She limped in through the wide, rusted doors, dragging her metal crutch over cracked concrete. One leg wrapped in an old med bandage, the other half cybernetic, sparking slightly. A rainbow-colored ball bounced once, then rolled to her foot. She didn't smile. The human stood up from behind a half-torn hoverbike. Muscles glistened with grease, eyes sharp under dusty goggles. He wiped his hands with a rag and tilted his head. Well, look what the stars dragged in. The girl didn't laugh. She just stared, tall, lean, blue skin glowing softly under the sun streaking in. Her silver-white hair was tangled from the desert wind. "You think I'm useless?" she asked, voice flat. The ball tapped her foot again. The human walked forward slowly, kneeling. He picked up the ball, held it out to her like a gift. "Nah," he said. "I think you're just untested." He gave her a cocky smile. "And I happen to like test drives," she snorted. "Flirting with crippled aliens now." He grinned wider. "Only the hot, moody ones limping into my garage." He placed the ball in her hand. Their fingers touched for a second too long. Her heart skipped. Damn human charm. She hated that dot. She squeezed the ball, testing its bounce. "What is this, a joke?" He shrugged. "Nah, that thing belonged to my sister. She used it when she couldn't walk." Her eyes darted up. She walked again. Eventually, he nodded. After she stopped feeling sorry for herself, she looked away, suddenly quiet, then limped past him into the garage. Tools hung from hooks. Broken machines lined the walls. Everything smelled like oil, fire, and man. She looked around. "You live here, work here," he replied. "Sleeping's just a bonus." She raised an eyebrow. "And you fix things?" He stepped behind her, voice low. "Wanna be my next project?" She spun around, but stumbled slightly. He caught her by the waist. For a second, they just stood there, close, breathing, watching. "I don't need fixing," she muttered. His voice softened. "Didn't say you did, but maybe. You need rebuilding." Then he backed away, smirking. "You have a name, broken girl." She hesitated. "Jirai." He wiped his hands again. "I'm Cole." Jirai pointed with her crutch. "What's that behind the sheet?" He pulled it back, revealing a half-built exo-rig. "For you," he said, "if you stick around." She raised a brow. "You build exo-legs for every alien chick who limps in here." He winked. "Only the ones who ask nicely." Jirai rolled her eyes, but smiled. Something warmed inside her. She hated it again. Cole tossed her a wrench. "Let's get to work." She caught it. It dropped with a clink. He chuckled. "We'll fix your grip too." She stuck out her tongue. "We'll fix your face." They worked side by side, sparks flying, music playing low from an old speaker. She tried using her hand on a power line. It sparked back. She yelped, "OW. That thing bit me." He turned, grabbed her hand. "You okay?" Their eyes locked again. He didn't let go. She pulled her hand back. "Humans are too soft." Cole leaned in. "Only when we're touching something beautiful." She blinked, cheeks darkening. She turned quickly to hide it. The garage was warm now. Or maybe that was her. "Why me?" she asked after a while. He didn't stop working. "Because I've seen broken machines with more heart than most people." He looked over. "And you walked in here when you could have crawled." Silence. "Then you think I can walk again? Run even?" He shrugged. "I think you can fly." A sudden static cracked through the old radio. Alien voices, sharp, distorted. Jirai's smile vanished. She grabbed the edge of the table. Cole looked up. "What's that?" She swallowed hard. "They found me." "Who?" She looked at him, eyes wide. "My people. They want to take me back. After what they did to you." She nodded slowly. "They called me defective, disposable." Cole stood up. He walked to a locked cabinet, turned the key. Inside, something glowed. A sphere, a blade. "And what's that?" she whispered. He looked over his shoulder. "The part where your story gets interesting." Naughty question for comments. "If you were Cole, what would you rebuild first? Be honest. I dare you." The alien girl stood frozen. Her eyes locked on the glowing device in the cabinet. It pulsed, soft blue, steady, like a heartbeat, like something waiting for her. Cole shut the cabinet slowly, his eyes never leaving hers. "That Wasn't meant to be seen just yet. He said with a smirk. Jirai leaned on her crutch. Is it a weapon? He smiled. Only if you're dangerous enough to use it. Her lips twitched. I'm already defective. Dangerous might be an upgrade. He tossed her a small socket wrench. Then let's upgrade you properly. She caught it this time. Barely. Her hands were still shaking from the radio transmission. But she didn't show it. She sat on the bench beside him. Their arms brushed. She didn't pull away. Cole pointed to the mess of wires inside the rig. Start with the neural line. She frowned. I don't do tech. He leaned in close. Their cheeks almost touching. You do now. Unless you'd rather sit there looking pretty. She raised a brow. You humans really flirt like it's breathing. He grinned. Only with aliens, who have nice legs. She glanced at her broken limb. He quickly added, the working one. Though the other has potential. Jirai chuckled, despite herself. The awkwardness between them started to melt, replaced by something warmer. Heavier. She looked at the exo-leg frame. What's this made of? Titanium blend. Flexible joints. Custom-coded response sensors. She blinked. You built this alone. I had help from a grumpy AI once. He leaned closer. But you're prettier. She gave him a sit-along look. You keep that up, and I'll short-circuit your ego. He laughed. She looked down, twisting the wrench. I wasn't always like this, you know. Cole tilted his head. Let me guess. Proud warrior. Top of her class, try dancer. She said. He blinked. No way. She gave him a little smile. Could spin on one toe. Now I'm lucky if I don't fall on my face. Every great dance needs a partner, he said softly. Someone to catch you when you fall. She didn't respond right away, but her eyes shimmered. Just a little. She handed him a tool. You're better at this. He shook his head. Nope. You're doing it. I'll supervise, maybe distract. You a little. She rolled her eyes. Typical human. Hands me a mess and flirts while I fix it. Correction, he said. I flirt to inspire you. She leaned closer. You want inspiration, handsome. He froze slightly, then nodded. You huh? She smirked. Fix this power coil without burning your hand, and I might let you touch my other leg. His jaw dropped. That's not what you're thinking, she said with a wink. Unless you're into that. They both laughed. The tension broke. For a while, they worked in sync. She held the parts. He guided her hands. His arms wrapped around hers from behind as he helped twist a bolt. See? He whispered. Breath on her ear. You're natural. She glanced back. Their faces were close, very close. Her voice dropped. If I kiss you, will the leg attach faster? He grinned. Depends. Tongue or no tongue? Before she could answer, the bench shook. The hoverbike behind them sputtered, then roared to life. The exo leg clicked. Lights blinked green. Jirai stood up slowly, placed her weight on the new leg. It held. She gasped. Took a step, then another. Her crutch clattered to the floor. Cole stood up, watching her. She spun around slowly. Half dance, half test, arms wide. I'm walking, she whispered. I'm dancing. He smiled. Told you. You just needed a good mechanic. She stepped forward, leaned in. Boom, the flash outside. The ground shook. Dust fell from the ceiling. Jirai stumbled. Cole caught her. The radio crackled again. Alien voices. Louder, closer. They found me, she said. No more warnings. Cole opened the cabinet again. This time, fully. He pulled out the glowing sphere. It flickered, responding to Jirai. He handed it to her. It's syncs with your core. Your choice now. She looked at it. Then him. What if I don't want to run anymore? He grinned. Then let's see how well you fight. Naughty question for comments. If Jirai offered you to test her leg functions, how far would you go? Jirai held the sphere in her palm. It was warm, pulsing softly, almost like it recognized her. She turned it over, watching the glow ripple across her fingers. What is it really? She asked. Cole glanced at her, wiping oil off his hands. It's not just a power source. It's a memory core. Stores patterns, movement data, emotions even. She blinked. Wait, emotions? He nodded. It belonged to someone I lost. She encoded her last memories into that orb. Jirai stared at it. It's beautiful. You are too, he said, without missing a beat. She snorted. Smooth. He shrugged. I have moments. Jirai turned back to the orb. And you gave this to me? Didn't give it, he said. Shared it. She frowned slightly. That's a big risk, human. He leaned against the bench, crossing his arms. I've taken worse risks. She gave him a slow look. Like what? Like letting a dangerously hot alien in leather sit in my garage without handcuffs. Her lips twitched. Maybe you want me to cuff you. He raised an eyebrow. I don't usually skip dinner first. She laughed. For real this time. It echoed off the walls. Light and warm, then silence. She sat on the bench again, cradling the ball. I used to train with something like this, she said quietly. Back before my leg got melted. Cole sat next to her, close but not touching. Training for what? Dancer? Acrobat? Competition's back on my world. Let me guess, he said. You were the best. She looked down. I was until I fell. He gently nudged her shoulder. You didn't fall. You were dropped. Her eyes flicked toward him. Big difference, he added. Jirai turned the ball over in her palm again, then tossed it to him that he caught it easily. She smirked. Show me what your sister did with it. Cole chuckled, stood up, and began bouncing the ball off the wall. She used to train her balance with this thing, he said. Catch it mid-air. Spin, toss it under the leg. He did a slow move toss, twist, behind the back catch. Jirai clapped. Okay, you're showing off, little bit, he said. He bounced the ball toward her. She caught it, stood, and for the first time, she moved. Without thinking about her broken leg, 1 foot forward, a light hop, a spin, wobbly but still. She laughed breathlessly. Oh stars, I'm dancing again. He stepped behind her. Spin again, he said. She did. He caught her by the waist before she lost balance. Her chest rose and fell quickly. His hands stayed on her hips just a second too long. You're dangerous, she whispered. He smiled. So are you? She slowly pulled back. Not all the way. Why do you care so much? She asked. You don't even know me. He looked into her eyes. Maybe I don't need to know your past. When I can help shape your future. Her heart raced. That line shouldn't have worked. But, stars, it did. She turned away before. He could see the smile creeping on her lips. Then the radio crackled again. Target locked. Signature confirmed. Jirai froze. Cole grabbed the radio. Who's this? A cold, alien voice replied. You're harboring defect property. Prepare for retrieval. Jirai snatched the ball back and crushed it to her chest. No. Cole turned to her. How long until they get here? Minutes, she said. He took a deep breath. Then let's get you ready. He marched toward a rack, yanked off a modified chest plate and shoulder rig. Put this on, he said. Now, she blinked. You build armor? For a dancer? No. He replied, strapping it on her. I built it for a fighter who used to dance. She exhaled. You always this cheesy, only when I'm scared, he said with a grin. She grinned back. Good, then you won't mind this. She leaned in and kissed his cheek, then whispered, keep your hands steady, mechanic. You'll need them. He cleared his throat. Trust me, my hands only get shaky after the job's done. They both laughed. Then dash boom. The garage door exploded inward. Metal screamed. Outside, shadows moved. 6 soldiers in dark alien armor. Laser sights swept the room. Jirai's eyes narrowed. She stepped forward, armored, glowing, ball in hand. Come to take me back, she called out. The leader aimed. We'll take you dead or alive. Cole stepped beside her. Problem is, she's not yours anymore. Naughty question for comments. If Jirai danced just for you, what would you want her to take off first? Jirai stepped forward. Armor clicking with every move. One leg still cybernetic, the other now firm and fast. The ball hovered behind her, since to the glowing plate on her spine. The alien commander raised his weapon. Jirai 6, you were marked for decommission. You're property of the Elkin Dominion. She narrowed her eyes. Then why do you look so surprised I'm still standing? Another soldier whispered. She was defective. They said she couldn't even run anymore. She cracked her neck. Wanna find out if I can chase? Cole stepped beside her, holding a wrench in one hand and a plasma pistol in the other. I'd run if I were you, he said. She's not in the mood to be called trash. The commander snarled. That thing is broken. Cole looked at her and smirked. Well, she's the hottest piece of broken tech I've ever seen. Jirai glanced at him sideways. You're not helping. He leaned in. You sure? Cause your circuits seem warm. She stifled a laugh. Then her eyes locked on the enemy. You called me defective, she said. You told me I had no worth, no purpose. The commander leveled his rifle. And you still don't. The ball behind her flared, blue lightning dancing along its shell. Jirai's voice dropped. That's funny, because this defective girl's about to kick your genetically perfect ass. She lunged. Her exoleg hissed as it pushed her forward like a jet. She slammed into one soldier, sending him flying into the wall. Another fired. Cole blasted his wrist clean off. Wrench flew next straight into another's jaw. Jirai rolled, caught the ball midair, and flung it like a glowing comet. It hit a trooper's chest, electrified him until his armor shut down. Cole ducked and spun under a plasma bolt. You fight like you dance, hot and unpredictable. She grinned mid-sprint. You talk like you're trying to get laid during a war. He laughed. Guilty. She spun, kicked another attacker in the gut, then looked back. You gonna help or just flirt? I can multitask, he said, shooting the last standing one in the leg. He groaned. OW, my femur. Cole winked. You're lucky I didn't go for the other bone. Jirai walked up to the alien leader, now crawling backward on the floor. She loomed over him, glowing, fierce. You told me I was a mistake. He hissed, blood at his lips. You are. She crouched. But I'm their mistake now. Her fist sparked and slammed into his helmet, crushing it. Silence filled the room. Smoke, buzzing lights, dust still floating. Cole stood near the bench, arms crossed. You okay? He asked. She nodded, breathing heavy, then looked at him, then her hands, then the ball, now hovering beside her again like a loyal drone. I've never felt this alive, she whispered. Even when I had both legs. He walked over slowly, tilted his head. Told you. Defective is just another word for different. He reached out, brushed her hair behind her ear. You're dangerous, in all the right ways. She smirked. You know, humans flirt more than they fight. Cole leaned in, whispering, not true, but I like to win both battles. Her eyes sparkled. She pressed her palm to his chest. Careful, mechanic. I might start thinking you're worth keeping. He placed his hand over hers. You already do. Just then, another buzz. Radar flashed red. Jirai looked up. What now? Cole frowned at the screen. That wasn't the entire squad. That was just recon. She stiffened. You mean, bigger guns are on the way, he said. She turned, picked up the commander's gun, and tossed it aside. Good, she whispered. I'm not done showing them what defective really means. Naughty question for comments. If you were Cole, and Jirai said I'm keeping you, what would be your exact reply? The garage shook. Again. This time, heavier, a deep rumble echoing from the valley below. Jirai looked through the cracked glass. A carrier ship. Big, armed, ugly. Cole joined her. That's no recon. That's a cleanup crew. She crossed her arms. So let's make a mess. He gave her a side glance. You always this sexy when you're bloodthirsty. She grinned. Only when I'm turned on. He blinked. Wait, are you talking about the fight? Or me? She winked. Why not both? Cole whistled. Dangerous girl. Outside. The ship landed. Dust blew into the garage. 7 soldiers disembarked, all bigger than the last group. One stepped forward, crimson armor, glowing red visor. A commander. He pointed at Jirai. You are malfunctioning property of the Dominion. Come quietly. Cole stepped forward before she could reply. No. The soldier turned to him. Human. You are interfering in. Cole raised the plasma. Wrench and fired. A flash. The commander's shoulder plate blew clean off. Everyone froze. Jirai blinked. You didn't even wait for the end of the sentence. Cole grinned. He threatened you. The commander growled. You dare touch a Dominion officer. Cole pointed the wrench again. You touch her, and I break you. Jirai laughed. Loud. Okay, she said. That was hot. He cocked his head toward her. I have my moments. She stepped beside him. You take left, she said. I take all of them, he replied. Jirai raised her arm. The memory ball floated forward. splitting into 3 glowing orbs. They hovered like fireflies, then zipped forward, slamming into the enemies. Boom, sparks, screams. One alien got too close. Jirai flipped over him. Yes, flipped, and slammed her boot into his back. He crashed face first into the mechanic table. Not bad for a girl with a metal leg, she said. Cole ducked under a plasma bolt, grabbed a rod, and jabbed it into the exposed power core of one trooper. Not bad for a guy with a grudge. More came in. Jirai ducked, rolled, blasted one in the chest. She landed next to Cole. Breathing fast, he looked at her, panting. You good? She looked at him, hair messy, cheeks flushed. Oh, I'm great, she said, and aroused. He blinked. Wait, what? Later, she said, tossing him a spare magazine. If you survive. Now that's motivation. He grinned. 3 soldiers surrounded them. Cole backed up, hands up. Boys, let's talk about this, one charged. Jirai threw her body in front, slammed her new leg into the alien's stomach with a metallic crack. He flew across the room, unconscious. Cole stared. Sweetheart. Jirai turned. What? That was the sexiest thing I've ever seen. She smirked. Then maybe you should let me top next time. He blinked. We're still talking about fighting, right? She just licked her lips and kept moving. Cole fought beside her, matching pace, side by side. Blows landed. Sparks flew. They moved like one body, flirting between fire, then silence. The last soldier fell, breathing hard. Jirai collapsed onto the floor, back against the wall. Cole knelt beside her. You okay? She nodded. Just tired. He helped her up. Their faces were close again, too close. She reached up, brushed his jaw with 2 fingers. You risked everything for me. He looked at her lips. You rebuilt everything for yourself. Her eyes softened. So now what? He glanced at the ship. We've pissed them off. They'll send more. She looked at the broken helmet of the enemy commander, then back at him. Then let's give them something they'll never forget. Naughty question for comments. If Jirai pinned you down after a fight, would you let her stay on top or flip the script? Asterisk. They hid in the ridge cave above the valley, an old mining shaft long abandoned, dark, cool, silent. Jirai sat on a makeshift cot made of engine panels and blankets. One boot off, armor loosened, hair messy, skin glistening with sweat and dust. Cole worked quietly nearby, patching her arm with a heated gel strip. No words, just the buzz of equipment and the sound of her breath. She broke the silence. You didn't have to come with me. He didn't look up. I didn't have to build you a leg either. She gave a half smile. So this is all just charity work. He finally looked at her, that slow, calm gaze. No, this is something else. She raised an eyebrow. Something like intergalactic booty call. He chuckled. If you wanted to call it that, I wouldn't stop you. She leaned forward slightly. I've been called many things, Cole, weapon, defect, burden, but never booty. He moved closer, sat beside her. Then maybe it's time someone called you beautiful and meant it. She went still. The flicker of firelight danced between them. Her eyes softened, but her voice stayed sharp. You really like broken things, don't you? He touched her hand gently. No, I like strong things that survived being broken. She looked away, then whispered, you always talk like that, only when I'm trying to get kissed. She smiled, soft, dangerous. Then you're lucky I'm tired, or I'd sit on your lap right now. He smirked. You can sit wherever you want. You earned it. Her hand slid down to his thigh, light, teasing. I've never had a human touch me like that before, she said. He leaned in. I've never had an alien touch me while threatening to break my nose. She giggled. Romantic. He brushed her cheek. Let me see your shoulder, he said, voice lower now. She turned slowly. He peeled back her sleeve, revealing a deep gash from the earlier blast. Jirai winced. Still stings. He began applying the cool patch. Slow, careful, she whispered. You always this gentle? He met her gaze. No, just with you. Their eyes stayed locked. The cave felt smaller, warmer, quieter. You're dangerous, Cole, she said. Funny, he whispered. I was gonna say the same thing. She shifted, sitting up straighter. Now I level. You could have left me. Let them take me. I wanted to see you dance again, he said, and maybe teach you how to fall without fear. She stared, then leaned in, inches away. Their lips didn't touch, but the heat between them made every second feel like a fuse burning slow. Tell me something real, she whispered. He nodded. I want to kiss you. She smiled. Then why haven't you? I wasn't sure if you'd let me. She moved closer. Well, I bite. He smirked. I hope so. Their lips met, slow, intense. Her fingers curled into his shirt. His hand slid along her waist, gripping gently. For a moment, the war outside didn't exist. When they parted, breathless, she whispered, I could get used to this. He smiled. Good. Because we're not done fighting. She leaned her head on his shoulder. I've never trusted anyone this fast before. He wrapped an arm around her. Maybe that's because no one ever deserved it. She exhaled, then looked toward the cave opening. Lights in the sky, ships dozens. They're coming, she said quietly. Cole looked too, and this time, they'll bring everything. Jirai stood, adjusting her gear, face hardening. Well, then let's show them what a broken girl and her greasy mechanic can really do. He rose beside her. Just don't die before I get round to. She grinned. No promises, human. Naughty question for comments. Jirai finally kissed him. But if she asked for something slower tonight, what would you offer? The mountain shook with the weight of war. Dust crumbled from the cave ceiling. The enemy ships hovered like vultures. Armored boots thundered across the valley below. Cole checked the charge on his plasma wrench. Not full, but enough to break a few skulls. Jirai stepped beside him, full gear, her exoleg glowing, her eyes dangerous and shining. Still want to kiss me before we die? She asked. He smirked. Kiss? I want a full body inspection after this. She grinned. Then let's stay alive, soldier. Outside, the enemy spread across the rocky slopes. Drones zipped overhead. Commanders barked in alien tongues, and in the middle of it all, one girl, broken once, now burning like a second sun. Jirai activated the orb. It spun behind her like a comet on fire. The air pulsed with energy. Formation 7, she said. Cole blinked. You just made that up. Shut up and follow my hips. He grinned. Gladly. They ran into battle together, her first. Him close behind. She moved like lightning, leaping across stone, ducking plasma, kicking drones out of the sky. Her leg didn't falter. It screamed with power. She twisted midair, tossed the ball straight through an enemy's core. Boom, steel and sparks. Cole dove into a group, swinging the wrench like a goddamn warhammer. He knocked one down, spun, shot the other in the knee. Jirai joined him, back to back now, breathing hard, covered in sweat, blood, and grins. You still good? He panted. She nodded. Good and wet. He blinked. She winked. From the rain, obviously. He looked up. No clouds. She laughed. Oops. They pushed forward, deeper into enemy ranks. The orb zipped between enemies, frying them alive. Cole hacked a control panel mid-fight, redirecting a drone swarm into the soldiers below. Explosions painted the valley in firelight. But the enemy didn't stop. Reinforcements poured in. Too many. Too fast. Jirai stumbled. Her knee sparked. Cole caught her before she hit the ground. Don't you dare quit on me, he said. She looked up at him. I'm not done yet. The orb pulsed red. Too much energy. It couldn't hold. I have to let it go, she whispered. Cole's eyes widened. It's bonded to you. If it blows, I know. She reached up and touched his face. I'd rather burn for something than rust in a cage. He held her tight. You saved me the moment you limped into my life. She smiled. Then, let me finish what I started. Jirai stood, raised the orb high. For every defective girl who was thrown away. The orb burst into white fire. A shockwave exploded outward, swallowed ships, soldiers, drones. Everything. Silence followed. A hot, blinding silence. Then, Cole opened his eyes. His clothes were scorched. His skin burned in places. But he was alive. And she was. He turned, found her lying on the stone, breathing, barely. Her armor cracked, her legs sparking again. But her smile, still there. You did it, he whispered, crawling to her side. Damn right I did. She rasped. He cradled her. She coughed, winced. I feel like I got hit by a comet. You kind of did. He smiled. She looked up at him. Still think I'm broken? He kissed her forehead. No. You were born again, right here, in my hands. She smiled through the pain. Then hold me tighter, mechanic. Because I think I want to stay yours. He did. The end. Final naughty question for comments. Now that Jirai is all yours, would you let her ride your wrench into the stars?